Press start forever in a loop of nostalgia. Up, down, left, right, cheating like a bandit. Sure daddy must prime with his floppy so vintage. Gaming till the sunrise, that's the damn ticket.
Alright, as you can see by the title and the intro, we were playing the original Doom on Ultraviolence. We're playing in Skulltag, so we have mouse support, so it's a little bit easier for us. So. We're just going to play through it and talk a little bit about it since it's kind of a legendary game here. You can see as we look more extreme, the angles on all the sprites tend to look a little bit worse. So this was released as shareware. It's what we'd call it nowadays a demo, where you could freely copy this and give it to people you knew, friends. And they actually gave away a lot of the game with this. A literal third of the game is available for free. And originally you actually had to mail in to buy it. No stores had this on their shelves when they first came out. So we're just gonna kind of run through this real quick, and probably just the first shareware episode. I'll show you some of the secrets. Probably not all, because, you know, I have played this a fair amount. So when I say I played this a fair amount, when back in the 90s you got something like this, it was just kind of you just played so much of it. I don't remember if either of these were, no. Yeah, I first got this on one of those demo CDs. And I had literally just played Wolfenstein for the first time right before I booted this up. So my little teenager brain was, it's kind of funny how they can hear your fists there. Huh. Is he just activating that over and over again? I don't know how many of these Doom games I'm going to go through, but you'll see that they get more and more chaotic as they go on. This is a secret right here. Gives us the backpack. It also opens up the way to get the chain gun back Oh. Really? Started playing this on ultra violence. Which is got the most enemies in it, but they don't respawn like they do in nightmare mode, so it's a little bit easier. Jeez. And there's the chain gun. I think there might have been one more guy down here. Nope. Just a dead body. Scrum, not here. Hey. Hey, get out. It's a squirrel. Leave him alone. Hey. Leave him alone. Let's get back in here. If you might notice that cut, my dog was freaking out because of a squirrel. Alright, we got the red key. Normally I just sit here and wait for all of them, because it's a better solution. Let them come to you. There's supposed to be a secret in here, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Thought there was a computer area map back there, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably thinking of the wrong spot. Now, I have played this a lot. However, not recently. I know there's a secret right here. There's an Experts React video where they talk all about these, the weapons of Doom. And apparently this shotgun was just a toy shotgun that they scanned for the sprites. Same thing is true for a lot of the weapons here. They just photographed and scanned them. If you get a chance, go watch the video. It's kind of interesting to see an expert react to something as ridiculous as sci-fi weapons in a game like this. But yeah, this came out and it was pretty controversial, as you can imagine. The story is you're a Marine. That's the original story. Is you're a Marine that is incarcerated for insubordination for not firing on a bunch of civilians. So, and you're incarcerated at the time when the demonic invasion happens. Yes, they were retconned into aliens in that god-awful movie with The Rock. But no, Hellspawn, that's what they are. That's what they always were. So this one we can actually send the elevator down. Let them come up. Nope, they hit their head. So the original story was something like you ended up out here kind of by accident, and you were in lockup when the invasion happened, and then when you came out you just came out and took care of all the demons and eventually made it back to Earth there. Spoiler alert. There was none of this Slayer stuff. You're just a human. I believe in the third one you were also just human. It was when they came out in 2016 they decided to have a different kind of lore about it. I think I missed a... I think I may have missed a secret. Whatever. We don't need them all. Because I have played this enough where I do know where most of the things are, so... So in the original storyline here, they're up on Mars. Not Mars. Phobos, Deimos, one of the two. And they discover some transporting gates, which eventually transport people to hell. It had nothing to do with the urgent energy or any of that jazz. It was just... And you do end up on both Phobos and Deimos, which is... I actually considered becoming an astronomer when I was younger, and the whole you running around on something as small as one of those planetoids is just laughable. This little window here opens the path to the... Not opens the path, but you go through here when you're going to the secret ending. So whenever you open one of these doors, I target the hit scan enemies first, the ones that shoot weapons, not fireballs. Like, shoot for the troopers, Should a demon take out one of those guys? Because they are more likely to hit you. You come into here, it's an obvious trap room. You get the stand here section, and this right here opens. It became very, very much a thing, especially in Doom 2016. Of course, when you know that, and the lights turn off and you know where they're coming out of, it makes it a lot easier. This is just just raises the floor. It's of course, you fall off any of the other places, you just die. But oh, that's right. There is a amp up here. There's actually several secrets in this one, including the exit to the secret level, which is actually right through here. See, you target the hit scan guys because there's no delay between them shooting and you getting hit, whereas the fireballs you can dodge. It's so we're actually at the end here. Now, I don't have aim assist on, but it does tend to gravitate towards the objects nearby. So there's some slight aim assist. Didn't figure I'd need it because, you know, playing with mouse and keyboard. There's no guys in there. There's some ammo at the back end here, shotgun shells, which you already have. And we'll take those though. Here's one of the secrets. Oh, I actually have the yellow key, huh? I do not remember where the yellow key is. There's two other major secret spots here. The secret ending and this room right here, which is activated by that switch down there, I think. Which will release a bunch of baddies in here. Oh, I actually took some hits there. There's the yellow key. There's also a couple of extra secrets in here. Which I'm actually going to do. I don't remember which is the best way to do all this. So. Let's look at you down below that soul sphere I saw earlier. There it is.
Soul sphere.
Here's another one right here, which should allow me to get my rocket launcher. And then you have two exits. I don't remember which one is which. I think it's the other one. Yeah, the other one is just a dead end. It doesn't go where you think it's gonna go. This is back right before that entrance of that secret area. See? Entrance. So, gonna run back around here, and the secret area is open. There's the monster trap from that window. Now we should be the end. There's also a secret up here. There's secrets everywhere. This is a very complicated level for being so near, very near the beginning. So we will run back to the other secret, the one that had the yellow door in it. There's a bunch of enemies there which we will not be shooting. I forget what exactly that door was. There it is. Because there is a soul sphere and an armor up here.
Soul partial invisibility.
We'll just leave them down there. They can't actually get us, so. Then we'll go to the secret level. The military base. I think this one's got the best the best song playing in it. Some cage flames here. So, this game was super controversial when it came out in the 90s, especially amongst very conservative, kind of goes against those Christian ideals, because they made no qualms about them being demons, and you're going to hell. And then, of course, they had all the pentagrams and they'd lean more heavily into that later. My dog's still freaking out. He has a window, he can see the various wildlife around here. So yeah, with the these Christian influence, all the demons and the symbology. You also had the very controversial fact that the Columbine shooters made a couple of Doom levels. So I got the moniker of the mass murder simulator. I did see back 1,000 years ago. I did play some of the Columbine kids games or levels. They were not any good, and they had nothing to do with the school. There was, of course, the news at the time was talking how they were using it to simulate their school and plan their attack, and because they mentioned it in some of their journals, they were very much pushing the narrative that this somehow drew them to it or influenced them. There's an elevator in one of these corners, and I don't remember which one. There it is. And I remember seeing this on the clips of Doom, and they're also targeting certain musical artists. Marilyn Manson was the big one. And you know, when this came out in '93, this is pretty revolutionary graphics. It is not true 3D. It is kind of a fake pseudo 3D. You are always contained within a floor and a ceiling. There are no slopes. I don't need any of that stuff anyway. We got the credit for the secret, so. And all the lighting is done with clever. They each set floor and ceiling height and texture is all a sector. So a lot of the the lighting effects are just different sectors with different flags and them saying what the lighting should be, or I don't remember if there's any health pickups in this one before we go on. Whatever. We'll just call it our mission, or our level. I know I missed at least one. We did get all the secrets. Most video games put the shotgun as being only useful at close range, which is pretty true. But this one actually has a spread that is only horizontal. You can see when you actually shoot at the wall, it goes in a line, so it's actually pretty good for crowd control in those, especially with those, a lot of those relatively weak enemies. That way you can score hits on multiples. Now, I'm not going to go up there because back there is a good secret for... That's better to carry into the next level. This gets us back to that original big room. With the guy standing up there with the barrels at the edge. Now this will open up and be a bunch of critters. The barrel. And then you get locked in here if you go in here. You have to step on that little patch of light to get it to open. As I play this back, after quite a few years of not playing it, notice how few enemies there actually are. We'll go through there in just a minute. So you have to go back over here. So this room actually got to change between the initial release and where it sits at now. I don't even know what version I'm playing. I know it's part of the Ultimate Doom. But I originally played this as when it first came out. And this pattern on the floor was originally a swastika, which of course everybody freaked out about. I don't know why, because Wolfenstein was a thing before this. A little bit interesting level design, like you can't get to the exit because this floor isn't raised, and you raise that floor through that door right there. So you can actually get to the end earlier, but because of a physical barrier, or a non-physical barrier, it's a... And here we're going to activate everybody. They can't hear the chainsaw start, but they can hear it when you hit the gas. That's another one of these really tight mazes, which canonically this is like a space station. Got it, might as well use it. And down there, you go around here. So this enemy is flagged as deaf, so he won't respond to sounds, like the little trick of making a sound at the beginning and luring them all out. He is considered deaf, so he won't respond until he sees you. Doesn't work out for him. So the storyline from the original Doom is you're a locked up Marine, Space Marine, and you break out of your cell, you bust through the various space stations, find yourself in hell, and so here's the button that raises that platform, that guy right there, to the exit. So then you fight through, make it through a bunch of hell levels, and make it back to Earth. And Doom 2 is all about you trying to get onto a spaceship that's going to recolonize someplace else. And then eventually you go up against the big bad of the level, or of everything, which is the Icon of Sin, which is one of the creator's heads on a pike. So there's a secret here. That way just runs you up to there. But if you go this way, you get a little trove here. And of course, we've got the soul sphere up there. Yep, that's from the entrance right there. So we just came back full circle to the entrance, and now we have to get back to the, I want the mega armor, which is right there. Now this will open, there'll be a bunch of enemies in here once this lift goes up. This lift only operates once, that's why we waited till the end. We don't need any of that because we're only here for that. And now we can head to the end. Back through the swastika room. Exit. On the Phobos slab. So when we go up that other room from the stairs, that brings us to the next section here. Go up here. I didn't know if that was going to be considered a secret or not. You can tell just because of the discoloration on the wall that it's a secret. There's another secret right there, which we're going to hop down for. I think there's... Nope, I didn't mean to pick up the armor, but whatever. A lot of times I'll go through the entire mission, or entire level, then go back for the big pickups. Since you consume all pickups right away. So what's revolutionary about Doom was the elevation changes here. Like Wolfenstein was completely flat. There's no up or down whatsoever. And it's basically just a bunch of blocks. But it said up and down, and you could look into areas that you wouldn't necessarily go to for a while. There's a fairly big monster trap coming up. So there's a pretty good number of creatures even in this one. They get much more. Yeah, you gotta love the environmental hazards. So we go in here? No. Both these pillars come down. And there's critters. So you don't want to stand there because of that. Should be a secret up here. Or I don't know if they consider this one a secret or not. Nope. Armor's over there. Soul Sphere's back there. Actually, there's a radiation suit back there too, but
Soul Sphere.
just a little, you know, you get to go outside once in a while in these little courtyards. That is definitely not anywhere near Mars, but maybe alternate reality Mars. That now we'll go. This is where we were standing before shooting into this area quite a while ago. Probably the most ideal weapon to use there. Secret. Computer area map. And some ammo. There's a long corridor coming up here. Which we're almost to the end here. This level. So you see those blurry ones, those are just same as the pink demons. You take 2 to 3 shotgun hits to take them down if you can hit them. They just added a invisibility tag, which is just built into the game engine. We're gonna find the easy way here. Get to the secret. Get the this makes this part so much easier, knowing where those just because you're not that strobe light effect. I almost blew myself up there. Oh dear. That was dumb. And with that, you'd see with the light amp, you can see the obvious secret here. Oh, which is apparently blue keyed on the other side. That's fun. That's a teleporter.
Partial invisibility.
These are just back down to that ring monster trap. And that goes back out to the before we came in here. And this brings us back here. I don't think we needed anything else to get to the next level here. I didn't do this in a particularly good order. So when you get to a certain point, this part of the wall opens up. That's not usually accessible. And back around. And we'll call it a level. Central processing. There's a pretty big monster trap right up here, where you get locked in. Might as well spring it right now, since we're here. Right as soon as you pick up that red key, everything closes out, or a bunch of doors open up and lets out a bunch of critters, but this door closes behind you, so not for long. I think it's just a timeout. Alright, now the trap is sprung here. We will spring the second half of it. Otherwise you're trapped in with a bunch of... I've got some infighting going on. It's not so much the enemies that cause the problems, it's all the barrels. I think there's one flagged death in here. So he'll be hiding right there. Sneak across here. So take that and that. So you need that red key to get through here. There is another secret going down around there, which we'll do later. Oops. Chainsaw is most effective on enemies with a high pain chance, like the demon and cackling demons. Another maze coming up. side there's a literal arrow and armor pointing to the secret. That's what we're looking for. So on the map you can see there's a secret room or a monster trap room right there. So we will prepare for it. So right before we came into the maze, we were right. This was their view. That's that walkway we were on. There's another secret. There it is.
Partial invisibility.
The way partial invisibility works can be less than helpful. You saw some of them were throwing away from me, some of them were throwing directly towards me, so. The secrets in this version, it's actually pretty intense secrets here.
Soul Spear.
I kind of bypassed the section by going this way. This is the part we actually bypassed earlier. Because if you go through these doors, you end up back in that blue computery room. We'll take that. Well, exploit there. Since you never used to be able to look up and down, if you're close to an edge, or you can auto aim up and down. getting pretty close to the end here of the whole, what would be the shareware version. It's another trap room. These doors close. And you get locked in there. I'm pretty sure. Happens as soon as you walk down here to push that button. There it is. Even if you're a veteran player, can get if you get in the wrong spot, you know. I think there's might be. Let's see if there's any. Oh, we did miss a secret. Let's go back and get that real quick. Back towards the beginning, and if you remember, I said that we would come back for it. It's back where we got the one key. This way. You want to go this way, there's a radiation suit. And our armor is right there. And a secret inside of a secret.
Partial invisibility.
So we still have a radiation suit on. If we're quick enough, we can get through that without taking any damage. A little river here. Get on to the end. There we go. Getting real close to the end here. This is another level that shows you kind of previews of what you're going to be doing. It makes the levels feel a lot bigger. Like over here. That's the end right there. You've got a monster catch right here. In this area here. They're all distinct, separate parts of the level. Should probably stop standing in front of that window. As you just keep taking a huge beating. Oops. Oh my god. We'll end up out there later as well. There's a secret we'll see later. And then, of course, this bridge passageway is another place we'll end up shortly. So, you do have to do some backtracking here. Activate them and just let them come to us. Remember my first time walking in here, because you didn't have the up and down, you couldn't, those guys up there would shoot down at you, you could not figure out where they were shooting you from. It's one of those things that only works the first time to get you. So now we can go up there. Okay, that door doesn't open quite yet. It must be manual triggered later. See here some monster infighting. Trap door right there. Some critters behind there. As soon as you come up here, that middle pillar is going to fall with a bunch of critters on it. This allows us to get over and off into some other secrets. Still doing a little bit. Let's continue clearing this area out. That area over there is actually towards the end of the level. Oops. I'm trying to adjust my chair and I'm running into things. I'm sure that will transfer on the video quite well. Almost out of bullets. Oh, yeah, when I said we'd be up here later, yeah, we were down there, now we're up here. Obviously we'll be there in a little bit. That's the thing behind the red key, or red door. There's that soul sphere. Yeah, and that's right towards the beginning. Come through there and get your blue key. There's also another monster trap right there. I'm kind of disappointed when I played Chex Quest. I didn't actually use the, what they call it, the boot spork. That was victim of my own stupidity there. Blowing up a barrel I'm standing right next to. So now I've got the yellow key. We'll come back for that. It's a monster trap right here. Oh, they wandered off, that's why. That's where these guys came from. Still don't know why this... Let's go get get our last blue key here. Let's get to the end. See, there's the blue key. There's also another monster trap that just spawned behind us. Opened right there. Wow. We have to go look for meds now for once. We're not playing this the most effective way possible, but... Here's the door I was looking for earlier. You can still see my chainsaw marks on the wall here. Another secret through here. Let's get this out in that courtyard.
Partial invisibility.
This will help us clear out the big rooms later. Basically, just gets us farther away from those shotgun sergeants. And these guys will actually shoot at you when you're walking through here. They'll take pot shots at you, and you don't really know where they are. In the original one, you couldn't actually move up and down. Take a pot shot at me, buddy. I'll get you later. Not the best secret here. So we were just down in that corridor down there. Beyond here, we're getting toward this key that is activated by that switch over there. That walkway right there, that's the one with the big pillar. If you hop down here, a little secret down there. There's also the soul sphere on the other side, which we'll go back and get in a little bit. Opens that door over there. All the way to the end, right? Now we'll go back and get our big secrets. Move on. So it's back over here. So if you go up here, aim yourself this way, just hop off. Secret. This will bring you straight back up, so you can have another go around. Over this way. Computer area map. And then right down there is our radiation suit. So this allows us to walk back, which is kind of funny because this is really the way you want to go. I think that opens the door to get out of here. So you don't want to do this when there's before you've cleared out the level, because there'll be guys shooting at you from every single angle. I don't remember where the mega armor is. Whatever. Well, here we go. On to the last one, the big bad. So far we've seen zombie troopers, zombie shotguns, imps, demons, and now which isn't that many creatures. They added there's a lot more of them actually in the game that you encounter in the other ones. You know, the next episodes. That's where you get your catco demons, your but we do get 2 Barons of Hell at the end of this one, so lots of demons. Very convenient ring of barrels. Just kind of auto aim there, trying to shoot the barrels and shooting a bunch of them instead. So up we go. Enough. Come to me. So this is called the Phobos anomaly. It is because the moon of Mars is called Phobos. It is tiny. It is a captured asteroid. There is no way you'd be running around like this on here, which always kind of annoyed the astronomer part of my brain. But we actually get to use our rockets, so we have been saving this whole time. We don't need nearly this many of them, but it's what we got. So up here you'll encounter 2 Barons of Hell, and I think a bunch of smaller critters. The invisible demons are called specters. You don't really want to fire rockets at them nearby because you splash damage yourself really bad. Rocket time. One down, one to go. And of course, this is in the shape of a big star or pentagram. Gotta keep the branding alive, you know.
Partial invisibility.
So all these collects don't do anything because we were at the end. And this is a kind of a unique ending. It's a non-ending because this is the end of the shareware version. So the idea was you'd get to this point, which, yeah, we're like an hour or so into this or more. Then that was all given away for free. So then we hop on this guy. And it's coded to end just before you end up dying, so we're down to 8%. And then it gives you this rather snarky text block screen. You're beating the big badasses and clean out the moon base, and you're supposed to win, aren't you? You're supposed. Where's your fat reward and your ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end that way. This way, it stinks like rotten meat, but it looks like you've lost the lost demo space. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play The Shores of Hell and the amazing sequel Inferno. So this would be the end of the shareware version, and then you'd have to then mail in money, and they'd send you the rest on 3.5-inch floppy disks. It wasn't sold in stores until Ultimate Doom or Final Doom, whatever they called the final version. That's the first one of this game that actually made it into stores. So Doom 2 was the first release in actual stores. But this was installed on so many computers. I mean, there were fake stats about it all over the internet years ago. So, and that's it for the first episode of the original Doom. Well, played through Skulltag, but so hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy playing Dark Ages if that's what brought you here, or if you just enjoy retro gaming. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.